That's the way we form habits, one decision at a time. And at West Point, they were trying to develop habits of character. So it goes from thoughts to words to actions, and your actions repeated over time form your habits. And we all know how habits are formed, right? I mean, there are some habits are morally neutral. Smoking is a morally neutral habit. But not everybody in here has smoked, but I know there's one thing everybody in here has done. Raise your hand if you've ever started a workout program. All right, see, I can get 100% participation on that one. All right, but here's the thing. You know what it's like, how the habit is formed. You set your alarm in the morning, you say you're going to wake up, you go out and you work out, you feel pretty good about it. The next morning you do it again, you're feeling pretty good about it, and all of a sudden you start forming this habit. It's part of what you do during the day, is get up early and go work out. And then all of a sudden you wake up one morning, you have a morning like yesterday, with this pouring down rain, right? And you look at that snooze button and you're like, oh, boom, and you hit that snooze button. And then the next morning, how easy is it to get up at the next morning after you missed that first workout that you've ever missed? It gets real easy to hit that snooze button again. We form habits one decision at a time. Each time we make a decision to do something, it makes it easier to do it the next time. Either the good things or the bad things. Same with our character.
You know, David mentioned a word that probably all of you, how many of you in your organizations have a list of values that are the values of the organization? Okay, now how many of you have that word integrity as one of your values? Now, I work with a lot of organizations. I teach up at the Lincoln Leadership Institute in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and almost every one of them, these are Fortune 500 companies basically, and almost every one of them, they when I asked them about their values, they had that word integrity in there. And I asked them, I said, what does that word mean? What does it take to be a person of integrity? And frankly, I seldom, in fact, I will say that, put it this way, I've never had a satisfactory answer to the question from people who say this is one of our values, our core values, and yet we don't stop to think about what it really means. And so I pass on to them, I said, you know, to be a person of integrity, there are 3 steps that you have to go through. First of all, you have to be able to discern the difference between right and wrong. In your organization, something that is wrong, you know, you need to know that. Now, when you see something that is wrong, then you need to be prepared to speak out, even at personal cost. And those last few words are the ones that are important. Even at personal cost. How many times have we seen in our government, in business, in education, in everything, that that personal cost, somebody has done something wrong in the organization, but we do not want to, quote, blow the whistle on them, become a whistleblower. You know, even at personal cost. To be a person of integrity, there is no say, oh, well, if that's my brother, I'm not going to rat on my brother. You know, a person of integrity, there's no but. You know, I would report this, but that's my brother. But that's my husband. But that's my wife. You know, and so that's the second thing. And then the third thing is you need to be prepared to get up and say, I did this because what I saw done was wrong. Now that's what being a person of integrity requires. Is it easy? No, it's not easy. You know, it's something that we've got to do if we want to be a person of integrity. Now, I'm not telling you take integrity out of your values. It's a very valuable value. You know, leave it in there, but understand that this is what is required if you are going to live up to the value that you put there. And you could probably go through other values there, but the one on integrity is probably the most difficult.
I remember you saying to me, You know those things your parents say to you when you're a kid and you remember it, and then you say it out loud to your kids and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. He said, when I would be in trouble, he used to call me Bud. Okay, say, hey Bud, if doing the right thing were easy, everybody be doing it. I mean, it's a simple truth. Integrity is not easy. Doing the right thing is not easy. You know, some of you may have heard me say before, look, if the only time I speak up is when it's good for me, if I'm in a meeting and something's going in the wrong direction, if I see something going wrong in my organization and the only time I speak up is when it's good for me, that's marketing, not leadership. I'm more concerned about marketing myself than I am about my integrity. And the thing about integrity is, nobody can give it to you and nobody can take it away from you. It's the only thing we have control of inside of it. We have 100% control of our integrity, yet we spend so much time in our lives concerned about the things we don't have control of. But as soon as things get a little bit difficult, we punt our integrity. And then we still complain about the things we can't control.